Welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books. Nikki here, and today we do have our next Bookish Box unboxing. This should be our June 2024 Bookish Box. It's September. I'm really hoping that Bookish Box will be fully caught up by the end of this month. Like, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed because it will be so nice to just have our boxes come when they're supposed to, so the themes kind of match the month, especially when they do boxes like for October, which are usually like Halloween-esque or autumn-esque. It's so weird to get those boxes outside of those months. So one, I'm just happy for like themes and items to go together with the season. And I don't want this to keep happening, which is like books piling up. Like, yes, I'm very happy that they're catching up, but my books are just stacking. I would also really like to get to some of the books on my shelves, which I have not touched in weeks simply because of my boxes. And I just wanted to say another huge thank you to everyone for all the love and support that I got on my last video. So my last video, I did disclose what's happening with me with my chronic illness and some new symptoms that have developed. And I just wanted to say thank you so much, everyone, for all the support and love. It truly means a lot. And for those of you who have chronic illnesses and understand, like, it can be a really lonely road. Because of my disorder, I'm extremely isolated. I'm not this huge social butterfly, so I don't have a ton of friends. It's never been something in my life. Like, I've always been kind of like a really small group of friends that I'm really close to, and I have that, except they always have to come here to see me. I can't really go out and do things, like I can't even really go to the movie theater or to restaurants or anything like that because of my chronic illness. So it's very isolating, and just to have all of you just be like, you know, Nikki, we love you, we're here for your channel, good luck, all the love and support, it truly means a lot because sometimes it feels really lonely. And oh my god, we're not crying here, so we're just gonna move on to the box. Let's do something fun, please. And people, have we seen the size of this box? Of course, what is my hope? We all know what my hope is going to be. For the size of this box, I'm wanting a crown. They've done a few crowns this year, so I don't know if I will be lucky enough to get a crown, but I'm hoping for, simply because it's a bigger box. And so now I'm all excited. Knowing my luck, it's going to be something fucking stupid. Okay, not a crown, but it might not be something stupid. We might like this item. I don't know. I haven't obviously looked at it, but I'm like, I see the box and I'm like, maybe we'll like this. No clue. So our last video that we did was our Darkly June 2024 unboxing. And while I wasn't blown away by the box, it did seem like Bookish Box was trying a bit more. The last few boxes before the June Darkly box from Bookish Box / Darkly were definitely on the fence of like, this is a shit box. The Darkly June box seems like a step in the right direction. This also seems like a step in the right direction. So I feel like now that Bookish Box might be finally getting caught up, they're giving a shit. I kind of felt like in the last couple boxes, it just felt like they were just throwing whatever they could think of that were really cheaply made, not that great, into boxes simply to get them out. So I'm kind of hoping that now they're finally caught up, that they're going to take their time once again and make sure that we get nice products. Like, I realize not every single box is going to be a winner, but there was definitely some boxes that we've received in 2024 from the Bookish Box, between the Bookish Box subscription and the Darkly box, that I was just like, this is not looking too great. But I'm hoping with these two boxes and seeing that step in the right direction, that this continues and that we see good quality items moving forward with, of course, their stunning books. Like, that is something I will definitely say, is that they have never come out with a book that I was like, ew, I don't want this. All their books, even if I end up not enjoying the actual novel itself, all their books look stunning. Like Chef's Kiss, they are fantastic with their special editions. Let us move on to the newsletter so we can start looking at these fabulous items. And of course, the newsletter is going to start out with our usual welcome to Bookish Box. I'm so tired of this opening, but I understand that they need to let people know, like, you have choices and options. Then it gets into the items for our Bookish Box, which we skip right over because I read those to you as I reveal each item. Then it gets into the Darkly box of the month, which I already have that unboxing. If you're interested in what came in the June 2024 Darkly box, check out that unboxing on my channel. Something that they did this year, which I really like, is that they do give book recommendations if you end up liking either book of the month. We have some highlighted items from the Bookish Box shop. It is apparently Audiobook Appreciation Month, and we also get our Spotify playlist, which is inspired by the books of the month. We have a fun little word game. So this is a word search, which includes hints for the next boxes. So that would be for the July boxes, because again, this is the June box. And lastly, we have information about their bookish social fam. So our theme for our June 2024 bookish box is Wrapped in Starlight. And our first item is Stardust inspired magnet. And here is our magnet. It's got a very much like a 70s hippie feel. And it says, without our stories, we are incomplete. Magnet. Without our stories, we're just a bunch of blank pages. Stick this wonderful magnet on your fridge and let it remind you that every twist, turn, and plotline makes us uniquely complete. Inspired by Stardust by Neil Gaiman, designed by @Doodle by Meg. I do like that this is, a thin floppy magnet and that it's a big size. However, I'm not crazy about the actual artwork. I don't necessarily think it's bad. This artist is wonderful. It's just not up to my taste, and that's just a personal thing. Someone did alert me in my comments a couple of videos ago that Neil Gaiman has had some accusations against him from women, which is absolutely terrible. The other thing that I've heard from multiple people is don't read Stardust. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I've heard from several people that do not even bother to read it. Like, it's not enjoyable, which is wild because I absolutely love the movie. But I think at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. Regardless, though, I will definitely be giving this away, and not because this is not a good item. I definitely love fridge magnets. It's just not to my liking, which sucks because I definitely do like the quote. I am so excited for this item because one, it is a puffy sleeve, but two, A Court of Thorns and Roses inspired. If you guys did not know, A Court of Thorns and Roses, I'm a Basic Bitch is like not my favorite series, but probably my second favorite. Like, I really felt like it was my favorite series, but then I read Throne of Glass, I think for the third time, and just realized that I love Throne of Glass more, but by like a very small margin. So ACOTAR is like my second favorite series of all times, with Throne of Glass definitely being the top tier. But of course, ACOTAR is not done. Like, I'm just like, there's a huge possibility that ACOTAR eventually gets finished and I read it all and I just realize that it's even better than Throne of Glass. Let's go ahead and look at this fabulous item. It is beautiful. Puffy book sleeve. Snuggle your favorite reads in this puffy book sleeve inspired by A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and let your imagination fly. This sleeve ensures that your stories travel in style all the way to the stars and back. Designed by @RayStrikesBack. This is super cute, and one of my favorite things about it is the quotes. So it has the very famous quotes. There you are. I've been looking for you. Don't let the hard days win. To the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. Like, I literally can just read that quote and start tearing up because I'm just like, I love this series so much. So yes, very, very happy to have this. Absolutely love it. And I'm definitely keeping this. If you guys don't know, I originally was not a fan of like the book sleeves or any of that because I was like, what is this garbage? I don't need this, until I tried it. And then once I tried it, I was like, I'm keeping all my book sleeves now and collecting them like a little goblin. Now for the non-crown item that made that box bigger than normal is a giant tumbler. So it's When the Moon Hatch inspired, Spread Those Wings and Roar, spiked tumbler. Let's take a look. All right, now I understand what they meant by spiked tumbler because I was like, what the fuck do you mean a spike tumbler? Like, I was expecting like metal spikes to come out and like you hold your tumbler and it hurts you. It's the actual texture. So if you guys can see, they're little spikes. Spiked tumbler. Unleash your inner power with our spiked drink tumbler, inspired by When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Designed for those who feel small and quiet, this bold tumbler reminds you to spread your wings and roar. BPA free, hand wash only, dishwasher not recommended. Designed by @Bookish Box. So I really like the texture of this. I love the color and I like the design. And it says spread those wings and roar. We of course have a matching colored straw to go with this. So I like everything about this. This is fantastic. However, it will be going in my giveaway pile, and the reason being is that my husband might murder me if I put any more like cups or glasses in our cabinet. And in all honesty, I don't use tumblers. I have a water bottle, a Clean Canteen that I've used for years. That is my jam. So I'm like, I have my Clean Canteen. I literally carry it everywhere, and that is what I like to use. And I think it's mostly because it keeps whatever I'm drinking to the temperature I want, specifically cold. I won't drink room temperature water. I won't even drink ice water. I like my water cold from the fridge, but not from ice. And I definitely don't like room temp. So sadly, I don't use tumblers. I never have. So that is where we are with the tumblers. So this will be my giveaway pile. I'm totally going to tell on myself right now. I have not read When the Moon Hatched, and not because I don't want to. Like, I'm totally planning on it. It's a fantasy book. It's got dragons. It's literally all I need to know, but of course I've heard great things. So I ordered a special edition of it, and I'm just waiting for that to get here. And then once it's on my shelves, then it will just depend on when I pull out the book title out of my book jar. All right, we're down to the last couple of bookish items. And of course we have to talk about our bookmark. So this is our Literary Lead Light bookmark. It's introducing the 6th collection of 2024's Literary Lead Light bookmarks. This month's theme is Lunar Darlings and features stained glass pieces inspired by moon magic and celestial charm, illuminating love under starlit sky. Fandoms include the rare one, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Extra rare is The Serpent in the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And legendary is Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Designed by Akira Moon Studio. So hands down, I would be happy with any of these simply because, yes, I haven't read When the Moon Hatched, but I've heard good things, so it's just going to be a good book from what I know. I have read both The Serpent and the Wings of Night and Fall of Ruin and Wrath and love them both. So I would be happy with any of these from these book series. Looking at the designs, because thank goodness there's a key or else I'd be lost. Looking at the designs, I would say that I would probably prefer the extra rare, The Serpent in the Wings of Night, simply because it's a moon with a snake around. I do like the blue, but then you see the rare one, it's got a dragon, which dragons are always cool. And the legendary one has a raven on it, which is also fantastic, and I love ravens. So honestly, I would be literally happy with any of them. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I got. Oh, okay, and I got the dragon. So this is the rare one from When the Moon Hatched. Definitely cannot be upset about a dragon. I never will. I want one. And our last bookish inspired item before we get to the book, which will then of course include our sticker, is our art print from Natalie Bernard Art. Our July 2024 Bookish Box theme announcement by Natalie Bernard Art features artwork of Elowyn and Maylor from Hollowed Games by C.N. Crawford. Join us next month as things get hot this summer. We are about to enter deadly trials filled with vampires, curses, and the slowest slow burn. Can I say how beautiful this art print is? Literally love roses. Practically any design with roses involved, I'm like, oh my god, I love it. So yes, really enjoying this art print, but as always, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful character art from Natalie Bernard. So that's it for our bookish items. And I will say this box for me is a win. Is it the greatest box of all time? No, because it didn't have crown. But the tumbler is fucking awesome. It's good quality. I love the colors. I love the design. I just won't personally be keeping it because I don't use tumblers. Loved the bookmarks, and again, would have been happy with any of the designs, and bookmarks for me are always useful. I love bookmarks. Loved the art print, and I love the puffy sleeve. The only item in this box that I was just like, meh, was this fridge magnet, and that was just a personal preference for the artwork. It had nothing to do with the quality of the product or the item itself. I would have been happy to have another fridge magnet. That was fun. Yeah, I just didn't like the aesthetic, and that's totally okay because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who love that artwork. So overall, a good box, and I can tell the Bookish Box is trying. So as always, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the items in this box, and don't forget to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. And thankfully, we're not done because we still have the book to go over, which is our grand finale. And our book this month is Until the Stars Fall by Vanessa Rasanen. And this is just a beautiful cover. But speaking of covers, we have our cover last sticker. The cover of our exclusive luxe edition, Until the Stars Fall by Vanessa Rasanen, is too beautiful to display only on your shelf. Place this exclusive cover last sticker on your e-reader or keep it in your reading journal, which is how I use it. I have a reading journal / planner that I just stick these in. Back to this gorgeous, gorgeous book. Our feature title is Until the Stars Fall by Vanessa Rasanen. The last time a Fae royal took a human bride, it started a war. This time, it could prevent one. I have been a loyal servant to the Fae crown my whole life, an arrangement that has kept me safe from the violence between our two races, until I kill a Fae noble. Sentenced to death, I beg the king for mercy, and shocked when it comes from the eldest prince who hates me. But there's a catch. Now thrust into the role of my growly protector's bride-to-be, I have to choose between playing with this fake engagement or following my own heart to protect my people. Our signed edition has a faux leather frame. And that back quote says, "Until the stars fall, I live for you and you alone." And then we have this beautiful iridescent illustration. It's so gorgeous. We have matching stenciled edges, which really pulls this whole design together. We have illustrated end papers. We also have hidden foredges, so we can go from stars to those knives, which I love those details. This is not part of the exclusive edition, but I did want to show off the additional character art within the book as well. And oh my gosh, we have this one as well. It's beautiful. So a lot of great things about this exclusive luxe edition from Bookish Box. I am so thrilled to have this and cannot wait to read this book. From the summary of this book, I have a really good feeling that I'm really going to enjoy it. So I can't wait to get to it. But of course, we got books piled up. So I'm currently reading The Hollow Plane, which was our Bookish Box from May, if I remember correctly. Then I have A Sorceress Comes to Call, which was my latest Owl Crate adult book from August. Then I have Butcher and Blackbird, which I'm also very excited to read, and that was for our Darkly box for June. And then I can get to Until the Stars Fall, and I'm so excited. So that is it, everyone. Thank you again for being here. Don't forget to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. Make sure you're subscribed to join me for more bookish fun. I'm sure we're going to have another book to unbox sometime soon. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts overall on this box and this book. Thanks so much.